Hi everybody, it's Laura. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Today I have a layout that I made using the July 2024 My Creative Scrapbook limited edition kit. In this kit there were papers and embellishments from two different collections. One was the 49 and Market Academia collection and the other one was the Wherever collection. The Academia collection seems to me to be kind of a different take on a graduation collection. It looks a little bit more, well, academic. It looks a little bit more like a college graduation maybe than a high school graduation, but I guess you could use it for both. But it's a really nice collection and it's perfect for the tons of graduation pictures that I have to scrapbook. And the Wherever collection has a very, very similar color palette, so the two collections go together really well, but the Wherever collection is more travel themed. For my layout, I'm going to be using one of the papers from the Academia collection for my background paper. So I'm going to be using that very big door that you see on my mat with the windows on top. And there were openings in the windows, so I thought that I would put something behind it. So I put some cards that had a map on them. I liked the way the blue and the white looked behind the windows. And then I'm using a number of frames and a whole bunch of very encouraging sentiments that I think go really well with graduating. The sentiments say things like, you got this, so proud, amazing, you can do it, dream big, all great things to put on a graduation layout. And I'm extremely proud of my daughter for graduating from college. She first went to a community college that was near our house. She did really well there. And then she was accepted into a state university, which was a little more challenging. And school's never been her favorite thing. And I think there were times when she really didn't want to keep going, but she stuck with it. And I'm just so proud of her for making it to the end and getting her degree. So I inked the edges of a lot of these elements that I want to use on the page with some Distress Oxide in ground espresso. I usually use vintage photo, but I tried a slightly darker color because I thought it went better with the colors that are in this collection. So I have my two photos of her. She was jumping up in the air, and I thought that they were just really cute and kind of captured the whole spirit of the day where we were just really happy and really excited for her. And so I was really looking forward to scrapbooking a few pictures from that day. I had these two really cute pictures of her that I'm putting inside of little frames that came in the kit. They're both pictures of her jumping up with her diploma folder in her hands. And then I wanted to add a mat around the outside just so that there'd be some contrast between the photo and the background. So I use a piece of cardstock for both of the mats, and now I'm using some Distress Oxide, once again in the ground espresso, to add some color to the edges. And I thought that a darker color would be good because the background paper is very light. So there are some things I really like about this layout and some things that I'm really not too crazy about. So I'll be totally honest with you. I liked this technique on the background. The stencil that came in this kit was just awesome. And I wanted to add some pattern to the background. So I'm using some Distress Oxides to do that. I use the ground espresso. I also use Uncharted Mariner, that's the bluish color, and then some Rustic Wilderness, that's the green color. I didn't make much of an effort to keep the colors separate. I kind of combined them all, and I like the way this turned out. I personally don't think that Distress Oxides blend together. I think that the colors stay true, but you can have some layers of color on top of each other, and that creates different shades. So if you were to look carefully at this background, you would see that each of the hexagons has most of them, I would say, has more than one color because I use the daubers very freely on top of the stencil. And this is a super popular technique. I've seen people do this all the time, but I don't really do it that often. I usually will use modeling paste with a stencil, but I really enjoyed this, and I think that it really added a nice touch to the background. So to me, this was the most successful technique of this layout. So I have my two photos on the left, and I have that large embellishment on the right with the door. So I'm going to attach that down right over the area where there's kind of like a mustard background. and then my photos are going to go next to that. And I'm trying to angle them to kind of capture the spirit of her leaping up into the air. But then here you could see that I played around with the angles a little bit until I liked the way that they were positioned. So the thing that I really have to say in retrospect that I don't like about this layout is that I lined up all of the sentiments along the bottom. I love working with hexagons, and I've never made a line like this before, and I kind of wish that I had broken up this line and made small little clusters of the hexagons. And I actually, a few minutes ago, I was saying maybe I can peel those up and try again, but it's too late. I wasn't able to lift them up without damaging the paper underneath them. But I did buy more of this collection, so I'm going to give it another try when I do some more scrapbooking of this occasion. So I added a ruler at the top of the page. I am guessing that's a branding strip, but I'm not 100% sure, but it probably is. And then I start moving the embellishments around the page, trying to find a home for most of them. So there's a title there that said, "You Did It." And I ended up not using that on the layout, but that gave me a really good idea for the title for this layout. And then I also was thinking that the top of the layout looked a little bit bare. So I cut out a piece of rust-colored paper, and I thought that I would place that at the top and then layer that ruler on top of it. And at first, I think the strip of paper was a little bit too big, so I trimmed it down a little bit. And I think I might trim it down a little bit more. So I really liked that word amazing. Amazing is going to end up on the layout. And here I am inking the edge of that piece of rust paper and distressing the edge as well. So once I put the paper at the top of the page, I think I realized that I had to make it a little bit smaller. So when I attached it down, I made it kind of hanging over the edge of the paper a little bit. And then I went ahead and I trimmed it down a little bit so that it would be a little bit smaller and wouldn't be hanging over the edge of the paper. And then here I'm going back in and bending up the edge of that strip of paper even more. I really wanted it to be a little bit more grungy than it was initially. I'm doing some tearing and some bending, and then I attach the ruler down on top of it. And I know there are a lot of companies that print things on their branding strips, but 49 and Market really, I think, does a great job with including some really useful images on those branding strips. It seems like they make use of every piece of paper that they give you, especially the branding strips and the packaging. There are always elements that I feel like I can use on my layouts. So I was thinking that I needed a little bit more of the stenciling in the background in a couple of areas. So I went back in with my daubers and I added some right below where the door is. And then I decided to go ahead and attach those hexagons down at the bottom of the layout. And then after I had attached that whole row of hexagons down, I pulled back in some of those sentiments that I had on the page earlier, but I wasn't sure where I should put them, and I attached them down to the page. I have two on the left, and I have one all the way on the right. And I love that one on the right that says "Dream Big," but it looked a little bit lonely. So I ended up adding a few more embellishments over there. I added a little journaling spot so I could record a couple of memories of the day, and I'm going to add another embellishment before the layout is done. I also added a tab on either side of both of the photos. The one on the left says success and the one on the right is blank. I'm going to be stamping the date on that. So I did a little bit more stenciling on the area over the photo that's on the right. I thought that area looked a little bit bare. So now I'm working on my title. I used some black and white cardstock. I cut out "You Did It" in both colors, and I'm layering the black letters on top of the white, just slightly offsetting them so you'll be able to see the white and the letters will show up. I mean, the letters will show up anyway because it's black on a fairly light background, but there are a couple of areas, especially where I did the stenciling, where it's a little bit darker, so I wanted to make sure that you could read the title easily. So this is a simple way, I think, to make sure that there's going to be some contrast with the background. And the brand of the dies that I use is close to my heart. I saw them when I was at a scrapbooking convention and I didn't buy them. And then after I went home, I was thinking I really should have gotten those. And I ended up contacting the consultant who sold Close to My Heart, and she ended up mailing them to me. And I was really glad that I got them because they're a really nice size and they go really nicely on so many layouts. And then once I had them positioned, I used my ATG and I attached them down to the page. So I added a couple of sentiments underneath the photos. I have one that says wow, one that says you can do it, and then the star that was on one of the photos I moved over to the right and I layered it over the sentiment that says dream big, and then I stamped my date on the tab on the right, and now the layout is complete, and here are just a couple of close-ups. So thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for all the support that you've given my channel. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So although I'm not totally thrilled with every aspect of the composition of this layout, I did really enjoy that stenciling technique, taking the different colors of Distress Oxide and layering them on top of each other. It was really fun, and I like the way it came out. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.